Now, textile companies have been doing very well. I mean, and a whole host of reasons behind it. And this actually, coming despite the fact that, when you talk about textile companies and apparel makers, exports is a large sort of component of their businesses. And shipping rates, etc., have gone through the roof, as we've been highlighting over the last couple of days. There are individual triggers for lots of these companies as well, and we're talking to one such company. Gokaldas Exports is what I'm referring to. We have Sivaramkrishnan Ganapathi, Vice Chairman and Managing Director of Gokaldas Exports, joining in right now to take some questions. Mr. Ganapathi, good morning. Great to have you with us here.
Good morning.
Season's greetings in 2024. First time I think we're speaking with you this year. Actually, we've not spoken with you, I think, for a while. And I want to begin with something that I wanted to ask you before we get into, the business intricacies, etc. There was a share sale by you, which happened some time back. The market, I guess, took that as a bit of a signal, because that essentially was also the high, in a way, the top for the stock. At least, since that point on. And there have been other kind of factors affecting the stock price. It's not just that. But I just wanted you to explain what was the rationale behind it, and how much did you sell? What is your holding now, and what should we expect from here?
So I just sold enough to repay my ESOP loan. So when I had exercised my ESOP to pay taxes, I had taken some loan. So I had this loan overhang over me. So for that, as well as from some personal loan for housing, etc., which I had taken, I just wanted to square off. But principally, what I sold was meant for paying back the ESOP loan that I had taken. So that was it. I still hold 10 lakh shares in the company. I have ESOPs worth another 8 lakh shares. So I'm all of that is intact, and I'm very much invested in the company.
No more share sales, Mr. Ganapathi? At least not in the foreseeable future?
No.
Okay. All right. Hi, Mr. Ganapathi. Good morning. Nigel on this side. And wishing you all the best for 2024. Well, I wanted to ask you about this entire Red Sea conflict that's taking place. Has it impacted trade for you? And, could you tell us that the freight costs have moved up? So that will hurt you all as well?
No, it won't, because we usually do FOB business. So the customers aggregate all the goods and then pay for shipping. So they not only aggregate across India, but they aggregate across the region as well. So they have long-term contracts with likes of Maersk and others. So they bear the shipping cost. So from our perspective, the increase in shipping cost is on the customer's books, not on our books. So there is no impact whatsoever. On the contrary, because the shipping times have increased, some of the customers are asking for, advancing the deliveries a bit. So that we are dealing with. Some of them are also trying to airlift just to fill the shortcomings or shortfall in their warehouses. But it's being handled well between our logistics and their logistics. But at the moment, we're not incurring any cost. When it comes to imports, because we also buy raw materials, most of the imports come from the Far East, and that's not impacted by the Red Sea situation. So we don't have any import cost increases. And on the export side, since most of the goods go to the West, the costs are borne by the customer.
That's good to hear. So the costs are borne by the customer, so you don't bear any costs on your books. But given the kind of delays that we're seeing, the kind of perhaps pressure that the customers are facing, do you expect that this could have some impact on your own earnings? In any way, just trying to understand that, because the last time when we spoke to you, you told us that even Q2, Q3 earnings could continue to be under pressure before things improve. But how is the situation right now?
So when I look at, from an earnings perspective or brand's perspective, I don't think, this will have any impact on their buying. Of course, it'll reduce their margins a bit, but I think they will also have adequate, negotiation power with the freighters. Coming to how the situation looked like for us, if I look at the order book going all the way up to Q1, I draw a lot of comfort. Things seems to be coming back. If I look at the holiday season sales, they were pretty okay and pretty decent in the West. And when I look at my Q4 and Q1, order book, it seems to be coming up well. So things are improving as we speak from a demand perspective. We'll watch how the US markets perform in calendar 24, and how the retail demand stays put during the year. But from currently what we see, it seems to be okay.
So can you give us a number on what the order book situation is right now and what is the expectation? And I think last time you said that you're looking at a 20% growth rate. By when do you think you could manage to eke that out?
I think from a FY25 perspective, I think we will be working towards that. So, I'm confident that, with all the initiatives that we've taken, we should be seeing pretty good growth in FY25 or FY24.
Okay, all right. Mr. Ganapathi, I don't want to ask you in the near term because you obviously will be in silent period, but you have capacities that are coming in stream. And I recall that, you were indicating that maybe you hit more or less the optimum utilization levels, optimum revenue levels by FY26. Give and take everything, how demand is shaping up, do you think Gokaldas Exports will be in that vicinity of closer to around 3,500-4,000 crores revenue by 2026? It
should be. That's the aim. 3.5 would be directionally where we think we will go. So that's kind of, you're on the ballpark.
Ms. Ganapathi, just two questions. I mean, just to come back to that, you said your business is FOB, but would there be no negotiation asking you to share a portion of the burden as well? I mean, down the line, if this continues, no.
No, I don't think we will bear that. Given that how costs have functioned, etc. The freight is entirely on the customer's scope, and we will not take that cost up on our books. So we haven't seen that happen in the past, and I don't foresee that happening in the future as well.
Okay.
If at all, there will be a negotiation between the freight freight companies or the logistics companies and the brands. They will negotiate, and they will try to see if the shipping companies can defray part of the cost or absorb it. It'll be a negotiation between the two.
Right. How's the big acquisition you announced a few months ago coming along? What's the latest? Yeah.
So we just concluded it. In fact, we got the regulatory approvals for most of the different assets. And we've taken control of the asset as of 3rd of January. So now it's very much part of Gokaldas Exports.
Got it. All right. We'll leave it at that. Thank you for joining us and explaining the business as well as the Red Sea situation. And saying that it has no impact on your business at the moment. That's Gokaldas Exports. But